Alright boys, let me show you what I've done tonight. So everything's almost done with the duel system. If you do duel, you'll be able to select your parameters in the arena, the wager you want. I've got the occupied working, so if I were to set the arena to be occupied, or depending on whatever arena is to be occupied, if I do duel and they're occupied, it'll show that they're occupied and it won't let players through. It'll tell them that it's already occupied. So I'm going to go ahead and disable this. And if I go back to .duel, they're no longer occupied, which will let the players go through. Wager 100 GP. So as of right now, it checks your backpack if you have the amount of gold. If you don't, it won't let you go. So I've got 0 gold, 100 GP for wager. I don't have 100 GP, so it won't let me through. This can be set to 0. If I don't set anything, it'll give me an error of invalid. So just make sure you put at least 0. Perimeters, sorry. So these are all configurables. So you can, by default, fizzle, melee, magic, and consumables will be activated, and these 4 will be deactivated. If you want to activate them, you click them, plus appears, they'll be added. Looting, teleporting, and key travel are disabled, and auto resurrect on death when you die. As of right now, the looting, teleporting, and gate travel have not been added. Well, this whole section, except the auto resurrect, hasn't been added. That's like the final touches I have to do, but it'll be added tomorrow or the next day after. So these are the perimeters I want. 0 GP, mounted, not occupied. All right. So who do I want to challenge? If I were to challenge myself, it won't work. PCs, it won't work. If people are polymorphed, invul, blah blah, and GMs, it won't let you through. So when you click the player, it'll tell them you have invited tester to a duel. They have 6 seconds to respond. So the player goes here in his backpack. This is not movable as of right now, unless we find a problem and it has to be movable. Duel invitation. The target that sent you the invite is awaiting duel. So if he attacks somebody, kills somebody, logs out, blah blah, it'll cancel the duel. If I double click this duel invitation, it'll tell me alright, I've been invited, my opponent, the arena, the wager, the parameters. So if on the previous page, on the .duel page, if I would have selected polymorph, it would have been a plus here telling me these are the parameters. These are, like I said, by default. Do I accept or not? Yes or no. So I took too long. You only have 60 seconds. So I'll go ahead and invite myself again. Alright. My bad. So if I go here, see it's occupied. If I go here, where's your 100? Blah blah. Good. Teleport. Same principles as before. 15 seconds. If I click over my head, or if I click over this guy's head, it'll tell me dueling. So if I get killed or I try to attack somebody other than somebody who is dueling, it won't let them through. You are invul, so you can't do the expot bombs to get out of the frozen perimeters or flags. And then once the countdown goes down, you can fight. I'll go ahead and kill myself. So when you die, it'll tell you who killed who. Tester has killed tester. So like I said, I still have to go through the code and make sure things are fine and stuff like that. Little details that I have to add, but that's pretty much it. And you'll get resurrected after a second. So basically, once this is done, I'll start adding all the leaderboards and stuff like that. But things are coming along great, and hope you guys are excited as much as I am, because this system's pretty fucking cool. Thanks for watching.